Hello and welcome back to Partner Conversations, the podcast from Turn2us Edinburgh Trust, where we explore the work of our partners across Edinburgh and shine a light on the challenges faced by the people they support. I'm your host, Ems Harrington, Partnership Manager here at the Edinburgh Trust. In today's episode, I'm joined by Cindy, one of our incredible co-production partners, and co-production is at the heart of how we work. It's about designing and delivering services with people who have lived experience rather than just for them. We're so fortunate to have a brilliant team of co-production partners here in Edinburgh, shaping our work and making sure that it truly reflects real experience. In this conversation, Cindy and I will be talking about something really important: no recourse to public funds. If you're not familiar with this term, it describes a situation where someone living in the UK cannot access most government benefits, tax credits or housing support. They can still use services like the NHS or schools, but crucially, they're excluded from financial help from the state. This status usually affects people here on certain visas, like work, study or family visas, those with limited leave to remain, or those without official immigration status. And the impact it can have on people's lives is huge. So let's dive in and hear more from Cindy's perspective. So, to start us off, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, just whatever feels meaningful for you to share?
Hi, Elms. Thank you very much for having me today in here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Moisam, but I would like to be called Cindy. And I originally coming from Malaysia. And so, nice to be in this country, which is I already call Edinburgh is my home.
Thanks so much, Cindy. It's wonderful to have you here. So, could you talk a little bit about the things that you care deeply about?
I'm not going to lie, my family and my children is my first priority. So their safety, their education, so everything is very important for the parents, to see them thrive, achieve, and doing well in their life with good education.
Wonderful. So you're one of our co-production partners. What drew you to be involved with the Turn2us Edinburgh Trust and this kind of collaborative work?
Right. I start with a citizen panel with Whole Family Equality Project. So I really thankful that I got choose to be a co-production with Turn2us at Edinburgh Trust. It's really a nice experience. It's really it's very difficult to express my experience with co-productions. A lot of things to learn, a lot of inside information that I can get.
And what drew you to that work? So what was there within you that was like, yes, I want to do this kind of work?
Right, I got a lot of life experience myself, and I've been through a lot. Life is not always hunky-dory, so there's an expression that I learned from this country, so I hope that my life experience can shape a policymaker, and also the main thing is Turn2us Edinburgh Trust, to help them to share my experience to making a policy or something like that.
So when it comes to financial insecurity, are there any particular aspects or experiences that feel especially close to your heart?
Oh, yes. Because I think anybody that know me, especially co-production partner, you see, I really into what is that called? No recourse of public fund, right? I think because through my experience as well, I'm one of them that having some difficulty when I come into this country. And I also think that not a lot of listener out there that understand what mean by no recourse of public fund.
Would you like to explain that to our listeners that don't know what that means?
Yeah, people that coming into the country usually they know how to say that not can get any benefit that out there, especially the grant that from the governments, the public money on those things, and that's how even the child benefit we coming in that no recourse public fund, we cannot access that benefit or help.
So basically, people with no recourse to public funds cannot access any public funds
No,
at all.
we cannot get that. So if let's say we have to work. And some of people that I know, they work very, very hard, because if they're not working, that means they are stuck. They cannot get any help out there.
Yeah. It's a really, really big issue. And that feels particularly close to your heart because of your experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you for listening.
So how has your journey with co-production with Turn2us Edinburgh Trust been so far? Is there anything that's really stood out to you along the way?
Learn about Turn2us Edinburgh Trust. I really amazed, because the fund that they got out there for people to what is it called when people to apply?
Yeah.
Yes. It's for people that have finance insecurity. I mean, the Turn2us and Edinburgh Trust really great to open that help that to support these people, which is overboard. People with financial insecurity can access that. And also now I see that in Facebook also, I mean, Turn2us Edinburgh Trust already put on social media, which is totally make people that I call it cyber warrior, you know, and when they got like stuck in the browsing 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and this pop up, Turn2us Edinburgh Trust calculator is there, so they can access that. Yeah.
What has been one of the most meaningful parts of the co-production for you so far? Because you've been involved with Thriving Futures Fund, with our long-term grant making. You've been involved with other pieces of work. What's been the thing that stood out for you so far?
So, to be honest, it's about learning about co-partner as well. The people, co-partner is people that got the money from Edinburgh Trust, and they got their service user they're working with, and the people that they're working is all different criteria, which is, we sit down as a co-production, sit down in the meeting and learning about all these things and how they do work and everything. So that is really a learning experience for me. So which is, I be grateful to be sitting in that room and listening.
Well, we're really grateful to have you.
Thank you.
Really grateful.
Thank you.
Is there a lesson or a perspective that you've gained through your life or your work that you'd like to share?
I always, all this life, I always put other people before me. And I got to learn recently that I think I need to be selfish. I need to think about myself. I need to think about my family. I think some of the place or organization or something like that, they're thinking that we only a number. So if let's say we think that we need to stand ourselves, we want to speak to ourselves, speak up, we do that. We don't hold back. Just stand up for ourselves and get them listen.
That sounds like a really meaningful lesson that you've learned for yourself recently.
Yeah. It's I'm learning on the hard way, but my head are knocking on the table and saying to me, Cindy, wake up. It's time for you to stand for yourself.
Oh, I love this. That really hits me on a personal level as well. So thanks for sharing that. It's very, very empowering. I think when you get to that, to any stage in your life where that realization happens and you have the power of your own voice.
Yeah, you see, as a human being, I think we're not afraid to learn. Learn from the mistake is a good thing, and not learn from the mistake is a bad thing, because you don't make yourself improve. And to get improved, you need to learn and realize, yes, I need to change.
Yeah. If you could invite people to think differently about one issue or an idea, what would it be and why?
Yeah, we're talking about changes just now, right? A lot of people having some difficulty to accept new changes, new policy, new rule, in the works or something like that. But if we think about, positive way, and you always and moving forward, that we understand that why this thing need to be changed, because certain thing is not working. That's the reason why they make thing to change for us to follow. Yeah, to suit also the future generation, because to be honest, we are moving fast, and the technology, we can't chase the technology. So.
And earlier on, you mentioned no recourse to public funds and how close that is to your heart. How would you encourage people to think differently about that issue?
Go out there or open the website and try to use that calculator thing, and maybe to contact Turn2us, or the deliver partner, to ask for the help.
Yeah.
You see, if let's say that you're entitled for the help, you definitely can get the help. Yeah.
So having more financial support available for people with no recourse to public funds that cannot access anything else.
Yeah. And then also, people that with no recourse public fund, sometimes they're stuck in financial, because it's, if let's say they got a family or the children that have what is it called again, when the neurodivergent or those spectrum, the kids that need to be extra support, sometimes they cannot get all those support.
Thanks for that message of really encouraging people to reach out, and also encouraging delivery partners to have as much support available, and other organisations across Edinburgh to have other support available, especially for people with no recourse to public funds.
Thank you, Turn2us and Edinburgh Trust. Thank you for that.
Well, thanks for raising that as an important issue, So we know we're in a very challenging time in life, really, really challenging, globally and in our own local communities. What keeps you going when things get challenging?
Right. I tend to try to understand myself, firstly. I need to understand that how far I can stretch, how far that I can handle the situations, And to be honest, I go through a lot of training. And one of the training called self-empowerment, which is there I learned that how to understand about myself and how my impact others as well. And then also I'm quite active in the community, and I realized that working with community really, open my window a little bit, because I cannot say that everyone don't have any issue. A lot of people who have different issue, but for me, to open a little bit or be mindful about myself, or self-care, we can call it self-care. So I really make myself busy, and busy in the community.
I love that, because I think, I'll speak for myself. I think when the challenges get too much for me, I often have to fight my instinct just to pull back, and to not feel part of a community when it all feels a wee bit too much. So that's really beautiful. Instead of leaning out of community, leaning back into community to help with those challenges. Yeah, that meaningful work. Yeah. So looking ahead, so we've talked about challenges. What are some of the hopes that you have? So hopes for yourself, hopes for the community, and hopes for Edinburgh as well.
For the community, I got one group that I chair. That group I call Craig Miller and Nidri Matters. So this group is, according to the name, we are in Craig Miller and Nidri. Yeah. So I gather all these people that I know. They're interested to make changes, and most of them are people resident in there that have passion to get our community thrive and improve a little bit. Yeah. So for myself, by doing this, I think I'm going to put more hours on my time, because I think it's good for my mental health. And then also I got that leadership to share, to lead people. I think that is so meaningful for me, not only as a mentor my children in the house, set as an example, but I get all these community people that come over to the group and have a meeting that nobody interested before. And don't get me wrong, that I approached some people and said that, can you come, do you interested to join a group, we want to see any changes we want to make. And that person said to me, they said, no, I'm very comfortable, I don't want to change anything. So I just leave that person, because it's no point for me to have that negative thought from her to kill my spirit, So I think I'm really passionate in, to make the community. It's not for me, maybe not for my children, but future generation itself, to make a impact and difference, especially also now, if you think about that, we are so diverse community, integration is very important in our community.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really agree with that. And I thank you as well for your community work, because I know you do a lot. I know that you're a very busy person, and that so much of your time and your energy and your heart goes back into the community again. So, I do want to thank you for that. It's really inspiring.
Yeah, that's my passion. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, you can see it. And every time I'm in your company, I'm like, yeah, that is really authentic passion and care for the people around about you. It's really lovely. So I want you to know that I always recognise that in you every time I meet you.
Oh, thank you.
So we've come to our last question of our chat today. So when you think about Edinburgh, what comes to mind? What does Edinburgh mean to you on a personal level?
This is very interesting question. Yeah, for me it's like, now I migrate from Malaysia to come over here, and across over the globe, to come over here just to make changes in my children and my family, to be honest. So now I call Edinburgh is my home. And funny enough, when I say to my friends that, I'm going for a holiday, they say, where? I said, Malaysia. I'm going home for holiday, I'm going there. But in my heart, Edinburgh totally is my home now. It's where my family are, and you see that from last question that, I said that I really love this community and I want to make a difference. So I put my passion and I put my time on to improve that, because I'm here now. So Edinburgh is my home.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been in Edinburgh for?
Oh, the history is I came here the first time 1990. So I first stepped in Edinburgh, and I love Edinburgh so much. When I'm landing in the airport, I can see the Highland cow.
Mm-hmm.
And I jokingly say to my husband next to me, I said, even the cow also wearing a jacket. because the way the coat of the cow is like, okay, because of the cool country. I said, that's so funny. And he laughing. And then so after that I come back here permanently 2012 with my younger son. He's 1.5 years old. And before that as well, I separate from my other 4 children. And for 5 years, we never see each other. We never got at Christmas together. But you see, people, this is the life experience that people go through, So Edinburgh is my home. Yes, I can proud say that Edinburgh is my home now.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's my favourite question. And I always say, because as everyone can tell from my accent or previous episodes of this podcast, that I'm Irish. I'm not from Edinburgh, but I've been here 24 years. And the reason I love the question is that it's so different for everyone. You know, it's just so different, like how we've arrived here, whether we were born here, what our relationship is with the city. It's really interesting. So I love that.
Edinburgh itself got so many history. So you see, I never go to Princess Street during the festival. Oh my God,
much.
For me it's too much. So for me it's like I'm hiding. Let all the tourists come over here. I'm in my home country now, so let them enjoy.
Yeah, you're a resident in your own home, being like, I'm going to stay here. I do the same thing as well.
I know. Yeah.
Is there anything before we finish up that you didn't talk about that you would like to?
Okay, I think I need to share a bit regarding about the policy, and maybe some changes. It could be a benefit to maybe help this family that no recourse of public fund. Just imagine the scenario, the family of maybe 3, they got like no recourse of public fund, but the son, one of the son already got a British passport, but also have some, spectrum and need help with financial, but they cannot get any help from anywhere because the parents is the status in the passport said no recourse of public fund. So how organization or the government or the benefit itself going to help these kids, which is I think that these children is been penalized, not able to get help because the parent status. I think we need to look into it, and nowadays as well, they're talking about child poverty, and so much of it's quite crucial. I think child poverty nowadays, and we don't want those kids going to the school without breakfast or hungry, and how to get help with this type of criteria, no recourse of public fund. I just need to ask the listener out there, how are we going to help them?
It's a really good point and a really good question. And I'm really glad that you raised it. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to thank you for coming in and talking to me today, for your care and your wisdom and your kindness, and just for everything that you do to support and shape the work of Turn2us Edinburgh Trust. We're incredibly grateful to you, Cindy.
Thank you for having me. I really glad that I'm on board with the Turn2us and Edinburgh Trust. Honestly, I cannot thank enough. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
This interview was conducted and produced by me, Ems Harrington, Partnership Manager at Turn2us Edinburgh Trust. Turn2us is a national charity dedicated to providing support to people who are struggling financially. Here at the Edinburgh Trust, we've spent over a decade supporting individuals across the city, giving direct financial assistance to help people navigate financial insecurity. To learn more about the work we do and how we support people across Edinburgh and beyond, visit us at turn2us.org.uk. Thank you for listening and for joining us in these important conversations about building a city where everyone has the resources to thrive.